It's go time out there! Welcome back to DownForce Stunt Racing out here, and we got another company for this thing. I got something a little bit for a very surprise. We got hidden for some kind of on top of their buildings. We got milestones up the coast. Let's just fall off immediately first, and we just gotta be a little bit low clearance out here, and we got behind of those buildings as well. We have to start all the way back up here. So after been here for a little bit of quite a miles, but eventually I just slightly gotta be better off bad luck as well. So let's just find any of the milestones into some kind of on top of their buildings. I think I'm able to choose right because I just chosen wrong. Anything as possible. So I'm gonna be re-attempting to try again, and I just literally not. I need to attempt once again, and before I just literally gonna be doing all over itself for to do this. I cannot believe this isn't actually what is trying to be good. And then we just gonna be heck out of here. It's just gonna be trying to smashed all the way down, and then we just a little bit slightly lost. Continue to do backflips whatsoever. Now I should be able to do for front flips. I think we're just gonna need to flip back as well. And finally, we got 5 out of 7 turbos as well. So we eventually gotten stuck in the building, so I just leave me no choice to get out of the car. And I think we just finding, with the behalf of the hidden buildings itself, what is going to be going on out here. So let's despite I'm going to be using the camera mode. If I see some kind of milestones over here inside of the building, it's nothing that I just gonna be literally absolutely wanted to find, because it's gotta be a little bit gone too far. So there are no milestones all the way up here, even there were under constructions over here. So we collected already milestones into some kind of out of the mountains, I guess, and we seen another milestones over here. I think that must be some kind of a last part over here for some kind of reasons. There are no milestones into some kind of bridges or even this one. So we already get or collected as these things as well. And finally, we didn't collect any of the milestones into some kind of a construction site. Overall, that must be some kind of hidden. It's right over here and inside there. I think it was just not. So let's just gonna be respawn the car over here, and let's just completely find ourselves a milestones. Even it's hidden though. Probably that must be a hidden milestones over here. I think this is where I just collected everything to unlock the DeLorean modified edition. So instead going inside of the buildings as well. Now that I just already see in my eagle eye that before that doesn't gonna be matters all the way up here isn't gonna be making for very much as unusually. So I was prohibited here, and that's slightly going to be hit it down. Whereas anyways, let's just literally gonna be doing for a second attempt. What happens? I think there is nothing happens over here. So this is just like skateboards, or probably ended up being stuck over here. So we're gonna be finding the last milestone over here, which is eventually collected. And the last milestone isn't going to be right over here. It's gone too far. Always, let's just probably, it's nothing gonna be finding to literally oversell for our already finding any things as well. So the last stops, this is a part B, is literally gonna be find ourselves a milestone even it's hidden around the mountains, or even it's on the top of the mountain, hidden side of the roads, or in the to the ports, in some kind of a little bit. There must be one person over here, and some kind of mountains over here will be some kind of a little bit of waste. I don't really think I wasn't smart anything as well before I just gonna be re-teleport here into some kind of imaginable ways to find impossible. So we just already find one kind of things as well, if it's absolutely some kind of invisible purple as well. So let's turn off anything as well, and this should be our last ourselves to find the milestones as anyways. Now before we're gonna be upgrading for some kind of one vehicles, there are no vehicle upgrades available over here. And slightly, if I just gonna be find over here, this is not the last milestone we ever driven as well. Now if you just gonna be let me know down in the comments section below, I might gonna be lost everything itself beyond these miles as well. We just found over to the ancient era, and I didn't absolutely gonna be wanted to find here. So we already find some kind of a little bit right over here in the last couple of parts, and then I should be able to find anything it goes right over here. So in the last couple of parts, now I never been onto this video before. I recently cannot able to find all the way back here, so I think this is the last video. So probably that when you think this is the recent video that I just gonna be getting inside, I think that must be the same video that is gonna be the last time. So when you think I'm headed already out of here, and then I'm gonna be headed right here on top of the mountain, so we cannot able to find here as well. So I feel something is gonna be a little bit weak. Now let's jump out of the vehicle, and we're gonna be find ourselves to get all the way into the top before that chat filter isn't gonna be feeling that I just expected over here. So I feel a little bit quiet. Now let's just respawn the Challenger back, and we need to find anything but one thing, as I'm not very possible that we're just gonna be very sure to get on top of that mountain to find the last milestone before unlocking the DeLorean for the first time. So the DeLorean skin is actually some kind of a major like these days, so we're gonna be finding all the way to the top. Only one person that I just literally gonna get on top of that mountain before I just gonna be missed one, and I'm not very sure that I just gonna be very lost over here. Let's just see into some kind of a little bit of one thing itself. As you can see, there must be a shadow onto this some kind of a middle of the mountain, so we fall down into some kind of a dangerous spike of pit over here. Now it's a little bit going all the way up here, and I'm never very sure this is gonna be the ways of the top of the mountain. It really was. It's impossible to get climbing, or probably there must be nothing anyways that hidden beneath the river, or just completely going to get ourselves into the mountain. So the last couple of the milestone, the final milestone, is literally up in the top of the mountain or not. So unfortunately it was on the river. So if I just gonna be literally find myself the one last milestone into the top of their ways, and even though I just recently saw that dark cow, it was been here on top of the mountain. So this is the top of the mountain that I just literally guess. I'm various literally one things, I'm on top of the world. So probably I have to find anything as possible before we're gonna be the end of this video right over here on top of these mountains that I just never found anything, but otherwise there must be some kind of milestone over here, but I really think it was not, as we're just gonna be trying to drive all the way back here. Since the beginning of this video, we're not just gonna be on our way. I just saw on top of there some kind of buildings over here, and then on top of the mountain is literally nothing, I guess. So I will be seeing into the helicopter's view, and I just recently never saw. It was possibly nothing over here. So my first blue stone that I got is over here, and I have recently nothing happens that like it's over here. So the green, or probably nothing like these things, isn't going to be very gone too far. So the one thing in that I just missed out. So everything is not gonna be finding over here and anywhere of the town as possible. Now, if I just gonna be find our one last milestone nearby the river, or even some kind of one thing itself to do so, because it's actually not over here. It's on the green building, or probably that is where some kind of the last milestone that we got here. Anything that one person that we're gonna be used for vehicles overall to the top. So maybe it's not the green milestone, and this is where for some kind of axis stage will be nearly right over here. So I'm probably, if I guess, that I'm just gonna be fine to get over here into this some kind of a green force field. So this is where I can't believe that sounds some kind of for a little bit green legendary things as well, and that shines a little bit for all the way up here. So the milestone should be gonna be into something inside of here, but nothing, I guess. So if you just gonna be let me know in the comments that the comment says that will be nearly find into somewhere gone onto their tops as well. So literally I wasn't able to find over here, and then I just literally try to miss out on anything on these green firestones or turbo milestones as well. The green turbos are going to be in the buildings, or maybe I think I have slightly going to be impossible ways to jump all the way into some kind of building. So it must be right over here as well. Now let's gonna be teleport, return to the city, and spawn some kind of cars. But looks like any of these guys are just literally gonna be roaming around. So we got some any kinds of vehicles, and there are milestones onto the top of the buildings. I guess this isn't gonna be literally going for my case as well. Even I just gonna be give me ourselves our boost. This is exactly how prank it was, and how the worst things it was. I'm probably a feels nothing that they're just gonna be using around for the handbrakes. So without further ado, let's jump all the way into some kind of a little bit for one thing. Now let's just gonna be turbo all the way up here, and then there was a green milestone over here. We unlock itself, or that must be some kind of buildings, or this one. They have found the milestone, and gonna be all the way down here, and I'm not very sure. I feel something kind of a waste of time. Any itself isn't gonna be going on itself for just what, like I say, even for the first time that we met is gonna be over here. So we're gonna be aimed onto these things as well, and I'll making sure I'll be retry, but no matters isn't going to be making as well, and we making sure we're gonna be jumping all the way there. I just literally need a faster car as well as the Dodge Charger over here. I literally, despite that, we're just gonna be forgetting around here. So any more some kind of a milestones we got and I won't be able to get far around here for many of these reasons, because I get one here itself, and we're just gonna be finding all the way one stage, and I just literally missed the target. Cannot able to get for our faster car, because literally needed for a fast acceleration as well, so the acceleration needs much more quicker. I got a little bit itself for one ourselves money, run things ourselves, and literally running out of nitros as well, so fall down into some kind of one tops ourselves. Now I'm literally feeling itself stress, and once it's recently that I just gotta be saw right here, I'll be fall onto the top before I'll be missing onto the target as well. So we're gonna be maximized for the full throttle, because I let their citizens go and fall off the map or fall off the building as possible. So we're gonna be making our fastest way. I just definitely missed the target over here, and because I slightly messed up, and I'm gonna be finding all the way right over here. So I felt I just lost something over here, because I think we're just gonna be checking ourselves for our milestones over here. So even for our last things that I thought I'll be going all the way up here, and there must be nothing over here. So as way mean that far isn't gonna be making this sense at always. So I'll be looking onto the top. So our next plan is gonna be jumping all the way into the second building, and which I get is, I really don't think so. It's not gonna be nothing. I'm probably gonna be find ourselves a genius, and we got something kind of a nitrox zones over here, and then finally we got ourselves a milestone. 5 out of 7. Finally, we got so many more milestones we got. So it looks like we got any kinds of B cells on top of their buildings is literally going to be so ridiculously wild hard. And there must be no milestones? Wait a second, it's still going to be over here. I think this isn't going to be very nothing that I just wanted to say. Let's just going to be retry, and I literally itself going to be lost my mind over here. So returning to the top, I guess. And what I just literally forgetting something is what I just literally wanted to know. We're just gonna be finding the milestones over here, and then this one it was. Ooh, we literally missed around itself, and oh dear. Jeez, this is not gonna be very much fun, or whatever. It's gonna be something that's not tough, okay? It's not gonna be trying to get right away. So I'll be gonna be right away on time. Somewhere this isn't gonna be making draft for much more sense at all. So we're gonna be blasting ourselves into the fastest way, and then going right over here. And let's just blast all the way itself into the top. We're slightly out of nitrox, and then we just feel bad luck as well out of here. And we just slightly gotta be out of nitrox over here. Out of luck, which means it's gonna be gone too far, I guess. Now the milestone is gonna be literally over here. I just gonna be trying to spin out over here. And finally, we got our last 2 green milestones onto the top of that building. I think we just got here. We have the green and collect 1. First milestones we have completed, and it's time to the end of this video right now, okay, for right there. So if you're enjoying about for today's video, I'll be getting for the AMG Project 1. This is not a Project 1, this is the AMG GTR that we just eventually collected. We have only 2 more to go, before our last things we got on ourselves for over 15 minutes of this video. Thanks for watching and for all your support, and this is going to be signing off immediately, and I'll talk to you all later, and probably mini lads too, because I'm sorry for this. I'll be gonna be showing how that we're gonna be finding the last blue or the red milestone we got here.